I'm just stunting on my ex, bitch. I'm just flexing on my ex, bitch. Hold up, I'm just stunting on my ex, bitch. I'm just flexing on my ex, bitch.
Hey guys, and we are back. You already know it's your girl Ivy, and we are with Crazy.i.Diaries. So today is the day that I've been waiting for. I'm so excited. We are going to do Let's Eat and Talk, and I'm not even gonna eat all of these, but I do have chicken nuggets and honey mustard, and of course I do have some water because it's gonna get thirsty up in this bitch. So let's talk. Today I chose to talk about exes, and the reason being is because I found that in the past, a lot of my exes, we are still friends because that's just how I am.
The first question that I got was, do you miss
First of all, no, we do not ask exes if we miss them or do they miss us, because that's why they're an ex. It's an ex for a reason, right? That's right.
The next question I got was, why did you never listen? Girls never listen.
Pause. Let's talk about it. I always find that guys say, oh, girls never listen. Okay, that may be true. But do y'all listen? We always try to say, what's best and try to push you to be what you want to be. But it's like y'all
never listen. Never, ever listen.
So it's not just girls that don't listen, it's guys too. It goes both ways, sweetie. So clearly, if y'all not together, you need to ask yourself that question too.
Is that somebody asked their ex is, why do me dirty?
Let's talk about it. Girl, why did you do him dirty? Actually, I don't even know if this is a girl or a guy that asked this question, but they want to know why you did them dirty. Next question was,
can I fuck? Skirt. Back, rewind.
We do not ask our exes to fuck because that's not what we do. We don't go backwards. So why would you ask your ex that question? But whatever, y'all asked it, so I said it. The next one would be,
why did you truly fall out of love with me?
Sounds like y'all got some problems. So, a lot of people, what I don't think people understand is that, you could love someone forever, but that's not always going to be the case. There's going to be cases where you thought you loved someone, but then someone new comes in your life and you're going to fall in love with them. Question was,
why you ain't slapped me before I got with your crazy ass, so I would have walked away?
First of all, I know who asked this question. It's not none of my exes, but I know who asked the question. And if a female was to slap you before y'all started dating, you would not have walked away. Because one, a lot of guys love when a female is aggressive. I'm not saying all, but some of them do. So if she was to slap you, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have walked away. So the next question is,
next time, read the label warning. Could have been a lot less ass whoopings. If I told you I was crazy, why didn't you listen?
That's a good statement, but let me take a sip because it's good cereal. Gosh, when you date a female, you know if she's crazy or not. If you choose to stay with her and then you want to complain about her, that's your fault. Because a lot of females tell you if they're crazy. Like me, I get that I'm crazy, but there has to be something to push me to that level of crazy. If you push me to that level of crazy, yes, I'm going to be crazy. And that's just what it is. But I'm not going to always be crazy. Just don't push me to crazy. The point where they crazy and they whipping your ass every night. I feel bad for you that they whipping your ass every night. But maybe you'll deserve it because you knew that person was crazy and you stayed with them.
Next question. Why wait and waste more than 6 years of talking about our future to finally say you couldn't see us being together?
Wait a minute. So first of all, this is what people don't understand. If you're gonna be with someone, tell them from the jump. Because this is what I do. Tell them from the jump. If you don't want to be with them and you just want to kick it, you just want to talk, be honest, because that's the way to go. That's what I used to do. I would be like, let me know what you want to do, because if you want to kick it and talk, that's cool. If you want to date, that's cool. But always let me know so that I don't overthink things and think of a whole future, and then that's not what you want anymore.
Next. The next question and statement was, why couldn't you commit?
Before you get in relationships, always be sure the person wants commitment, because not everyone is the same. With that being said, I'm gonna have another sip because y'all asking some crazy stuff.
Why you ain't tell me you take antipsychotic meds before we met?
First of all, ladies or men, ladies and men, let's talk. Before you get serious with someone, you should always let them know stuff. Don't let them find out halfway through, at the end. The beginning should always be where y'all get to know each other. They should know everything about you, because that will determine if that is the person you are going to be with or for however long you want.
Why do you always pick the same partner over and over? Oh, okay.
So I could kind of relate to this, so I'm going to talk about it. Try to answer it, because I can't really answer it for you. That person that you're asking it to is supposed to answer, but I could answer how I feel about that. Why you always pick someone over and over is because I believe in, giving chances, and I'm very hard to work with. So if I say that I'm gonna talk to you, then that means a lot, because I'm very, very, very difficult. Oh, why do y'all keep going back to the same person over and over again?
The next question is, why do you lie about your pimping game knowing you soft as a grape?
So let me just say, I know who asked this question, and it was a female. And a lot of guys always be like, oh, they get mad girls, they don't need you. Meanwhile, you're the only one that wants they bum ass, and the only one that cares about them. So guys, y'all need to just stop lying. If your pimping game is whack, don't say that you got it.
Next statement. How you invite me to come to a cook dinner, and when I get there, you have 2 baby kids. I never even knew you had 2 baby kids, and we was dating for 2 years. I'm gonna eat a nugget, and we're gonna pause for a moment because that is juicy.
I don't have any kids myself, but if I did have kids and I was no longer with my significant other and I wanted to go out and start dating, your kids should always come first. If you want to start dating and you have kids, you should tell that person right away, hey, I'm feeling you, it's been a couple weeks, but I should let you know that I do have kids. And if they don't care, then cool, hey, keep it going with what you're doing.
Next one is, you invited me over, and I sit on the couch and 10 roaches come out.
Yeeks. Girl, if you got 10 roaches coming out your couch, you should not be dating nobody. You need to worry about them roaches first. Cleanliness next to godliness.
Next statement is, how you walk down the street looking like a caramel milk chocolate Pocahontas. Ooh, you must be very beautiful if you are milk chocolate Pocahontas. Yet, when we get back to your house, it looks like the inside of Oscar the Grouch's garbage can.
Yikes. Back to what I was saying before. Cleanliness is next to godliness. I'm a clean person. I don't want to sit down in your house and fucking see roaches, because I'm a run. I'm running, and I'm never coming back. And I'm going to delete and block your number, because that's dirty.
Is your new wife better in bed than me?
Okay, so first of all, I know who wrote this question. I'm not going to say any names. She is a very good friend of mine, and I love her. But this question is beyond crazy. If he is an ex, you don't want to know how his new wife is. Wish them best of luck, and you know that you was always better. So, don't ask him that, girl.
Why are you always being difficult on going on a date with me?
So when it comes to going on dates with females, it could be very difficult because, guys don't always work with females. And it comes to females too, I have learned that if a guy asks you on a date, just go. And if they don't like you, y'all not dating anyway. So why does it really matter? And we are going to now talk about some of my exes. let's talk about some of my exes. I'm gonna spill some tea. Not a lot of tea, but some tea. I know it was over the summer, and I had moved back to New York, and I was spending a lot of time at my cousin's house at the time, and she owns a daycare, so you know I love kids. So I was there helping, and then there was a guy next door. And you know, we became friends, and eventually I don't even know like how we started dating because we were so young, but we did like, you know, young things together. We went to the park together, we went to the pool together. It was cute. Ex that I would like to talk about is someone that when I finally started dating them, this is when I fell in love, and I was like, I will never
ever go
that intense for someone ever again. So let's talk about it. So I was in high school, and I was talking to this guy. This is a really messed up story, but we're not gonna judge. I was talking to this guy, and what had happened is that he cheated on me. Yikes, I know. Who would cheat on a beautiful face like that? So I found out that he did cheat, and one day he was like, we were texting. He was like, I didn't cheat, you have to trust me. My friend's here, and he's gonna tell you that I didn't cheat. I was with him all day. And we ended up, I don't know how much of a friend he was that we ended up dating, but we ended up talking about it, and come to find out he did cheat. But I had found someone new because he would talk to me all the time. And that night, actually, that's the first time I ever did that. We talked on the phone, and then we started dating. And I should have, not saying that I regret it, because I don't regret any of my exes. They were all a life lesson. Why I don't really trust guys. So I was dating this guy, and you know, it all seemed all cool. His mom loved me, his little brother loved when I came over, and then that's when it went downhill. Eventually I did ask him to come meet my family. Maybe it was a little bit too much family at one time for him to come meet my uncle. My uncle was like, you know, pretty cool with him, which is weird because my uncle
was very like, you know,
and then I guess my uncle had told him, if you don't plan on being with her for a long time, that you shouldn't leave her alone, break up with her. And the next day, the day after Christmas, guess what? He was gone. He left me, he dumped me, and I learned that you can't always fall for people, and that's when I technically became a player. That's what people call me, but that's not what I am, because I'm an angel. I'm not a player, I just know how to pick people.
I said 5, but I don't really have a 5th
one that I would like to talk about. And if I could think of one, they probably don't even deserve to be talked about. So actually, I do have a question before we log off today.
Why, if you're an ex, would you leave me? Because I'm the best thing ever.
Yeah. So if they're an ex, like I said before, they're an ex for a reason. So I want to thank you guys for staying with me and talking about exes. Unfortunately, I did not eat all these nuggets because I was not feeling it. I don't know how I said I was going to do a challenge. But thank you for talking about exes and sending in questions and statements. And let's leave that ex and go to the next. We're off this.